Today I'll be discussing Ancestry Library Edition. What is Ancestry Library Edition? It's a database collection of historical documents including birth, death, and marriage records, immigration records, census records, historical photos, tax, criminal, land, and will records, as well as local history directories, histories, and narratives. Is it like the Ancestry website that they advertise? Yes and no. On the screen right now, I have a table that shows the different features that Ancestry.com and Ancestry Library Edition feature. For Ancestry.com, you have access to every single function. That includes accessing records, looking at other people's family trees, sharing records by emails, creating a personal family tree and uploading documents and photos, and interacting with other Ancestry.com users. However, in Ancestry Library Edition, you only have access to some of these features. You can still access records, look at other people's family trees, and share records by emails, but you can't use their software to create a personal family tree or upload documents and photos, and you won't be able to interact with other Ancestry.com users. Where do I go to access Ancestry Library Edition? Most institutions with access will allow you to connect on their local network. Usually this means connecting to their Wi-Fi on a personal device or using one of the institution's computers. Some institutions have single sign-on, meaning that you'd have to log in to access the resources, but you can access them from almost anywhere with an internet connection. As always, if you aren't sure, just ask your institution's librarians. Where can I get help with where to start? To start, you need to know what is genealogy. Genealogy is a study of families and family history, and you can use tools like Ancestry to find records to assist you in your work. This tutorial will show you how to use the tool Ancestry Library Edition, but we won't dive into how to do genealogical research. Here's some places you can look for more information. Some libraries offer guides on how to do genealogical research, such as Duke University, the New York Public Library, and Virginia State. But Ancestry also offers some guides to help. Really quickly, I just wanted to show you guys the Learning Center from Ancestry Library Edition. This is a web page that has links to a bunch of different really useful tips and tricks and guides. You can find information about getting started, what census records are and how to use them, things that are a little bit more advanced. You can also always ask your institution's librarians for help or guidance. Now, what do I need to use Ancestry Library Edition? You'll need access to an institution such as a public library that provides access to the Ancestry Library Edition databases. You'll also need access to one of their computers, their network, or their single sign-on privileges, and you're going to need the names of one or more ancestors and a location they might have lived in. Optionally, you're going to probably want a laptop, tablet, or smartphone connected to the internet, a personal email account that you have access to, and if you're using single sign-on, you'll definitely want your institutional login information.
Hi there, this is Kate, and I am going to be walking you through accessing Ancestry Library Edition from your public library or other subscribing institution. Now, for the purposes of this video, I am on my own laptop, but you can follow these directions via any computer in the library. They should all be able to connect. Now, the important thing is if, like me, you're on your own laptop, you need to double check that you are connected to the library's Wi-Fi. So I'm on a MacBook, so I can pop up here into the top right-hand corner and see my little Wi-Fi symbol is there, and I can click on it and double check, yes, I am connected to Holyoke Public Library's network. If you are on a PC, I believe this symbol is going to be in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, but if you can't find where your Wi-Fi symbol is to double check, just ask a librarian, they're fantastic. I am going to go up here and type in ancestrylibrary.com. Now, don't do what I did the first time and type in .org. It takes you to weird places that are not where we want to go. It is ancestrylibrary.com. Go ahead and hit enter. Now, as long as everything is connected the way it should be, it should pop right up. Hooray. So as you can see, we're on Ancestry Library. And over here on the right, it says through which institution I have connected, in this case, the Holyoke Public Library. We're here and everything is loaded. Now, in case for some reason typing in ancestrylibrary.com doesn't work, there is another way to get here. It's a little complicated. But in this case, you are going to go to your public library's website. Now, for me, that's Holyoke Public Library, which is holyoke-library.org. But you're going to go ahead to your library's website. I am going to go to online resources and click databases. If for some reason you cannot find it or it is not clear, again, double check with a librarian. They are fantastic, fantastic creatures. So I'm going to go online resources, databases. I'm going to click it. And then I can see all of the really nifty databases that I can get on for here because libraries are amazing. I'm going to scroll down till I find the one I want. In this case, genealogy, Ancestry Library Edition. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And as you can see, we're back to ancestrylibrary.com. It's the same exact page. And last but not least, we have a few other resources for you to be able to use if you'd like to continue doing genealogical research, but maybe want to branch out from using Ancestry Library Edition. First, I would recommend going to the State Library of North Carolina and checking out their Roots MOOC project. So what it is a massive open online course on starting genealogical research. It is free, it is open to the public, it doesn't require any sort of registration, and it's basically a series of web videos, so you can watch them whenever you'd like. You don't have to sign in at 8 o'clock on Monday morning or anything like that. You will need a computer and an internet connection to watch. And if you go to this link here, this will bring you right to this website, Roots MOOC. So they teamed up with a few other universities and libraries. These are taking a second to load, but I promise they'll be there. There we go. So you can click on this and watch this video. They have a transcript that you can download if you don't want to watch the video or can't watch the video. And then they have several different modules. So they have specific resources for working online, getting your state local, and getting into the US Census. They have just some very fun, helpful videos and tutorials on how to do genealogical research and how to do specific types of genealogical research, which I think is fantastic. Next would be the National Archives. So they have several different pages on their website that you can visit. The main website is archives.gov. And then all of these links are going to take you to separate specific pages. So how to get started with genealogical research. Maybe you need some tips and pointers on where to look next. They have a collection of different databases that you can access online. Some of them are free and some of them are not. They're pretty clear about which is which. And then they have this last page, which is a collection of other resources for genealogists. Here you can get to different charts and forms, free databases. They have some different genealogy videos accessible on YouTube. Look up different types of records, different tools that you can get to, including microfilm, which is pretty fantastic. Some different events, and then just a few other websites that you may or may not want to check out. The National Genealogical Society have some resources that are available for free. You can also buy a membership to the society. They have things listed under this tab, member benefits, about why you might want to do that. I won't get into it here, but they do have some different things that you can start with, kind of give you a jump. State Archives. So this is through the list I'm about to click on is through National Archive, but it is an alphabetical list of state archives. Family search. So this website is free and openly available. It is through the Mormon Church. And then don't forget to check your local library. Every library website is going to be different. This is the one for my local library, Holyoke Public. But this has a whole tab of different ways that you can do genealogy through your library, including Ancestry Library Edition, has Heritage Quest Online, American Ancestors, Massachusetts Newspaper Archives, at least the last 40 years or so. And then just a whole bunch of different options listed that you can go to.